and I know what she's going to say. He's going to fall in love.
He is.
It's the Ace of Cups.
Your son's going to fall in love.
You may fall in love, Taurus.
Yes, you might fall in love.
It's the
This is
Ace
new
of
love.
Cups.
This is love.
It's the
period.
entire month.
Or just something that makes you feel joyful and warm and full emotionally. Will color the entire month of November for you. But basically,
it's new love.
If it's, yes, or maybe you're falling in love with your old husband.
Right.
Newly. That can happen.
But there's love in the air.
There is.
And it's going to color the entire month for Taurus.
Wow.
Which is interesting for Taurus.
Yes, yes. Well, they are extremely romantic. They are.
They are?
They are self-devoted. Yeah, they have those, they're the bull. So they are often stubborn
and they like stability.
They like stability
and routine.
But they have a deep love for music and art and all those aspects of life that are beautiful. And they appreciate beauty tremendously. So that's what makes them so romantic.
But this is a card of beauty.
It is.
The appreciation of beauty.
It's the appreciation of beauty all around you. And you're offered something that
beautiful.
Makes you feel the beauty of yourself, of your life, of all that is. Your challenge.
Better watch that boy.
Look at this.
I better watch that boy. Oh my gosh.
Better watch that boy. Yes.
So in the position of challenges
is the Wheel of Fortune,
which is, I see this card as Father Time. It is about evolution, but it is in the position of challenge. So the challenge would be for you, Taurus, to turn that wheel
towards the upright.
Well, it is in the upright.
Well, in other words, but it's your challenge.
It is to turn the wheel.
It's to turn the wheel
Yes.
positively, to move forward
in a positive way,
and to be careful about your timing. Say you have a new love interest. Well, you don't want to push too hard.
And love interest meaning
anything
that you're interested in, anything you love that you're interested in.
You don't want to push it too quickly.
Yes.
And that's because the card is about exact timing. There is a season for everything.
That's right.
And so just because he asked you out on a second or third date doesn't mean he wants to marry you. So there's a lot of women who are just so eager to move on that they're that word love, because it describes so much and it's so charged a word. They too eagerly want to extract it from their new partner.
Right.
So you need to let things grow naturally. You need to let it evolve naturally. That's what the card is about.
I do see some acceptance of fortune, though. Good fortune.
Oh,
because,
yes.
Remember
That's
we were
true.
talking about how you're luckier than you think. Well, we had that Four of Cups show up in the first position last month, which is accepting love, accepting an offer, and warming up to that. So this could be, a part of the acceptance of that offer.
It could
accepting that this is your fortune.
This is your fortune. And we talked about the idea of sometimes it's even harder to accept good fortune than bad fortune.
Right.
In that you really...
To accept good fortune.
Good fortune, and to just be all right with it.
Right.
And say, okay, well, there's nothing wrong. Don't be suspicious.
Right.
Even
though you had that tower.
Even though you had the tower.
That doesn't mean
before.
you're going to have another tower.
No.
Yeah.
Life is about the ups and downs.
Right, and what you learn along the way.
And what you learn.
And there's a lot to be learned via the Tower.
Oh God!
You
It's
know,
one of the
and
biggest lessons is the Tower.
Sudden events that
Sudden
that sort of
catastrophe or
lay your life,
devastation
you
or-
know, they level you, basically.
level
They
you.
call it leveling you for a reason. And
So let's see
good.
what's the unexpected.
it's good.
Oh, look at that!
Page
All
of
right.
Swords
So what does that mean?
in the
You
position
have a new idea as
of the
well. So it's
unexpected.
inspired. This is an inspired page. It's a new concept that must come to you sort of suddenly because this is the position of the unexpected. Or maybe somebody who represents the Page of Swords enters the arena of
with
your
a
life.
sharp tongue, yeah. A sharp-tongued young person.
Perhaps.
Well, what I think this is I do think that this is immature communication.
It could be immature or
Yes.
yeah, but yes, in some instances.
Right,
Yes.
it's like ideas that aren't quite thought through, that are just blurted out,
Yeah.
you know, and that might unexpectedly come out. And that might hurt your feelings a little bit because you've had that Tower. I just think you're a little bit, I keep coming back to that because I see this trepidation with accepting a new offer, you know, and then there it is,
There's the offer.
that beautiful offer, and you've warmed up to it. But there's still this sort of fragility, this sensitivity, maybe.
That's a totally legitimate
Possible.
possibility.
Yes.
I just tend to see it as being a little bit more. I always see the swords a little more positive because it's the gestation that was before that is now suddenly it's born, and there is a certain amount of naivety. But whenever you launch new ideas, it is in a sort of a naive state of anticipation, you know. So that might be what's going on. But
Well, let's see. To me, pages are always messages, so
look
here
at
we go.
that. Judgment.
Didn't we have that for them before, too?
I
Yes,
don't
I know we
remember.
did. Okay, Taurus, you get Judgment again. They did.
They did?
Yes, it's rising to the occasion. So because you guys have been through like quite a few shifts, I guess, that are kind of seismic, there's this need at the end of the month to actually answer like the call of your heart,
Your heart, yeah. What is your calling?
because we're opening with the Ace of
Right.
Cups. So
So literally you
rising to that and becoming I you know what I see in this card is that there's a need to move the soul, I guess is what I was saying.
So that's
Um,
beautifully put.
Yes, because we've got this wheel in the position of challenge, which is evolution, major arcana, evolution, you know, to the next level
Next stage, next.
of your karma,
Yes.
whatever it is that you're
Yeah.
you're moving
Because
toward.
yes, if you're at a crossroads, then you're
Spiritually.
just, wanting to travel over into a new phase. That's what the card is your challenge.
Right.
And that shows that indeed you answer the call,
Yes.
because it's the archangel that's calling you with her horn from
Right.
heaven.
But it's almost as if this is the epiphany card, of course, where you
it
have
is.
this, and once you know something, you can't not know that thing, and it changes you forever. Right, so there's going to be like this really, and I keep coming back to seismic, because I feel like this card and the Tower sort of go together, where, you know, once that Tower falls and everything's cleared away, you can rise.
You can rise from your coffin. The coffin that was self-created. We keep ourselves locked away in habitual behavior and thought pattern.
Right.
And
So it's a coffin is a great metaphor for this entire
is.
reading, a coffin.
right, you've
You
been
know.
locked in a sort of a self-made coffin.
Yeah.
and the lack of mobility, psychological mobility,
Right.
and confinement, psychic confinement you may have been feeling, is suddenly the coffin bursts open,
Right.
and look at you extend your arms and you receive the spiritual inspiration, and you know your calling, you know your judgment is clear. You see clearly, and you make the proper judgment. You make the proper decisions. And
Because you have a new understanding
and you understand
now
yourself.
that allows you to move the wheel. Because now you understand things in from a different higher spiritual perspective.
And you're in love.
Is it that love? Well, it could be love. What you're doing, or in love with a person.
In love with a person, in love with your job, in love with your creation. And in being in love allows you to free yourself and to become who you really are.
Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, where she got the kiss?
And Rose.
And Rose. That's
She
another
woke up.
metaphor. Those such beautiful metaphors are
Fairy
in
tales.
fairy tales. Are they
Sleeping
not?
Beauty. Absolutely.
There you go.
So love's first kiss.
Love's first
That's
kiss.
what you'll experience this month. And it will awaken you so
To
that
a new
you
life.
can join us,
Oh, yes.
because we're going to tea.
We're going to tea soon, so please come with us. We're going to the Hungarian tea room for Truth and Tea.
That's right. We're going to answer some of your questions and address some of your comments
Indeed.
for Thanksgiving.
But please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. We really like that. Appreciate it. And happy Thanksgiving.